Is your dream of becoming an animal communicator just a dream, or is it a calling? Whether you want to learn animal communication to just build a better relationship with your pets or to become a professional, your dream wants to be realized. And it's important, no matter how big or small it might seem, your dream is your dream. And you have to honor that. And your dream is your roadmap. You are meant to fulfill it. And I'm going to show you how that works. By the end of this video, you're going to understand where our dreams come from, why they matter, and how to manifest them in real life. Hi, I'm Dr. Cara Gubbins, and I'm a biologist turned animal communicator. I became a professional animal communicator in my mid to late 40s, and I am also the founder of the Animal Communicator Academy, an online program that helps animal lovers become confident animal communicators. My mission is to help as many animal lovers as I can become confident animal communicators so that they can help their pets or become a professional or add animal communication to their current profession. My vision is to have animal communicators in every home, every veterinarian's office, every animal training center, every animal rescue center, every shelter, every cat cafe. You get the idea, right? Everywhere. And if you support this mission, then please like, subscribe, and hit the bell here on YouTube so we can reach even more animal lovers and animal communicators. And if you're listening to this as a podcast on Spotify, you can also subscribe there as well. So this is what do they call it? A video podcast. So it's on YouTube and it's on Spotify as a podcast. So let's jump into what we're here to talk about today, though, and that is the roadmap for your dreams. And the roadmap for your dreams is what I call your entelechy. And entelechy is not a common word, but it is one of my favorite words. And I didn't discover this word until I was in my 40s. And I was in my third year of studying for my master's degree in spiritual psychology. Once I learned this word and its meaning, I completely fell in love with it. Entelechy has a Greek root, and it's a Greek word that was first used by the philosopher Aristotle to describe the transformation of something from its potential energy into its physical realization. So the word has come to be used to describe the spiritual blueprint for a person's life. And of course, that's why I love it. I love the idea that there's a spiritual plan for my life and that it's organizing and directing my life to help me make my dreams come true. And it's not doing it just for me, it's also doing it for you. So this can be kind of a vague conceptual thing that doesn't really make much sense, but I want to share some examples with you to really anchor this. So you can really understand this concept of entelechy and see how it's operating in your life. For example, the entelechy of an acorn is to become an oak tree. Another example, the entelechy of a caterpillar is to become a butterfly. Yeah. So one more, the entelechy of an ostrich egg is to become an ostrich. So all of the potential, that potential energy is contained in the acorn or the caterpillar or the egg. And within all of that potential is a plan for how to realize that potential, for how to manifest that potential. So entelechy contains the potential and the plan to achieve that potential. For humans, I believe that our entelechy is the spiritual blueprint for our lives, and everyone has one. Our entelechy not only gives us the potential, it gives us the plan, and it gives us the dreams and the desires that lead us towards fulfilling our entelechy, for manifesting in the physical this potential that we have inside of us. So I have a client, excuse me, a student, Lisa, who who really illustrates this, because she really saw herself as just a regular gal. She worked as a manager at a big company. She did regular, office stuff, 9 to 5 every day, and didn't think that she was special or different or gifted in any way. And once she figured out that her dreams were leading her forward, she started pursuing animal communication. And she said that I've been able to communicate with my pets, pets who have passed, wild animals, insects, birds. It's been life changing. So, understanding that your dreams are calling you forward into your future can really shift anything. And that's why I love this word entelechy so much, because it's so empowering. The thing that happens for most of us human beings is that we talk ourselves out of stuff. And so it kind of becomes this question of, is my entelechy truly a spiritual plan that is guiding my life, or is this just wishful thinking? So that's an objection that I hear a lot from aspiring animal communicators. And I even had the same misunderstanding when I was an aspiring animal communicator. And I tried for so long to make progress, to get things moving. And I truly believed that I was doomed to die with this dream unfulfilled, and having lived a long, unsatisfying life because my potential would be unrealized. And I wanted this so bad. Clearly, I was very, very wrong. So it worked for me. It can work for you too. And if you're, kind of your left brain, your rational thinking, your logical thought process is going, no, 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 this is just wishful thinking. This is not going to apply to you. I'm here to say, no, it does apply to you. I believe that there's no such thing as wishful thinking, like, false promises, right? Like, we don't have those things. We are divine beings having human experiences on planet Earth. And each one of us is here for a reason. And each one of us is designed to fulfill our potential. So I want you to understand that you already have everything you need inside of you to succeed. Your dreams are the guiding force that is guiding you in the direction of realizing your potential and fulfilling your entelechy. So they're not this distraction, they're not this false, false carrot out in our lives leading us in these fanciful directions. They are truly the signposts, the guides along the way, showing us the direction that we need to move in order to fulfill our potential. So I hope that you're seeing that, even if, like me, it's taken you a while to see a path forward, no matter where you are now, it's totally possible for you to become an animal communicator. In fact, another one of my students, Michelle, spent 40 years in a regular career working with animals as a vet tech, as a trainer, all kinds of different things, and always had the dream of becoming an animal communicator and talking to them. But she didn't think it was possible because she didn't think she had the gift or the special sauce or the magic wand at birth or whatever, we all think we need. And after she retired, she found herself going back to that earlier dream of being able to talk to animals, and started exploring it and reading books and looking into programs, watching videos like this one. And she wanted to learn animal communication from someone she could relate to. And with her scientific background, she said that when she heard my story, she knew she'd found the right teacher and mentor, because of my science background as well. And so she joined my Animal Communicator Academy. And she says that what she's achieved with the guidance from the program and from me and the support of the community is far and above anything she could have imagined. And her dream of talking to animals has come true. And she's a very good animal communicator, and she's in the process of becoming a professional animal communicator. So another example of someone who, did the kind of traditional career, did all that training, but had this dream, and it still came true. So wherever you are on your path, if you have this dream, I just want you to know that it's possible. And one more point about this that I want to make sure to share with you is that even wherever you are right now, if you're thinking, okay, like it's possible, but I don't know what to do, I want you to know that it's okay not to know, right? You don't have to know all of it right now. And you may be saying, like, where do I start? How do I do it? Okay, I can do it, but what do I do? How do I do it? And I want to let you know that this animal communication is a skill. It can be learned. We are all hardwired to have the ability to do it, but it is something that grows and strengthens and gets better with practice. And there's certain skills that you can learn to be able to communicate intuitively with animals. And learning can often be remembering things that we had forgotten, or relearning things that we weren't aware of, we hadn't put on conscious demand. And it can be accessing new information that we didn't know existed. So it could also be clearing our blocks, our limiting beliefs, the thoughts that hold us back from taking our next step. Ultimately, I see learning as a transformational process where we are transforming from that old version of who we were or who we are now to the new improved version of ourselves. We grow, we expand, we learn new skills, we have new experiences, and we become this bigger, better, new improved version of ourselves. So even though you do have everything inside you that you need to succeed, you don't always have access to it. You might need some help with that. And you don't have to know everything right now. You can take it one step at a time. You can take your time. You can go at your own pace. And as adults, it's really uncomfortable for us to be beginners. So I'm going to invite you to give yourself permission to not know, to be a beginner, and to maybe even, oh my gosh, make some mistakes as you learn how to do this crazy, cool, amazing thing called intuitive animal communication. We as adults avoid mistakes like the plague, and yet they are part of the path, and we have to give ourselves permission to go and try and to maybe not succeed every single time with every single attempt. So wherever you are right now, I hope this is opening you up to going, oh my gosh, maybe this is really possible for me. And I maybe just need to take my next step. And if your next step would be, and I highly recommend this, I really recommend finding a good teacher and a good program that works for you to help you. And I want you to know that right now is probably the best time ever to learn how to be an intuitive animal communicator. There are tons of great teachers and courses all over the world right now. And so if you are now going, okay, my next step is to look for a program that's going to suit me, I want you to think about a few things. Number one, think about, how do you learn best? Do you learn best in person? Do you learn best independently? Would you like online? Would you like reading? Would you like auditory lessons? Would you like video lessons? Do you want some combination of online, in person? Is community support important to you? There's so many different programs out there, and I really want to encourage you to go and check them all out, because every program is a little bit different. Every teacher is a little bit different, and not everything is suited for every single aspiring animal communicator. So you can find the right situation for you. And please, please, please keep looking till you find the right one for you. I think that's super, super important to really honor who you are, how you learn, what you need. But keep in mind that you can do this. You have totally got this. And as you're evaluating these programs, I think it's really important to find a program that is a good system. So it's going to be laid out in a logical order that makes sense. One lesson, is going to lead you to the next lesson, and you're going to move forward from one level to the next. And it should be very cohesive so that you have each lesson kind of connected to the one before it and then one after it. So it just is a natural progression to move through these lessons. If you do it in that logical way, you'll have a sense of accomplishment and success at every level along the way, which is so encouraging, and it keeps us all going. Let's face it, we all want that positive reinforcement. The other thing to look for is a program that is repeatable and reliable, which means that it doesn't just work for some people, it really works for everyone, and that each person who goes through that system will get the same results or similar results, because we're all individuals and we all do things differently, and that should be incorporated into it. So it should be an individualizable program as well, because you are unique, your journey is unique, and a cookie cutter approach doesn't take that into account. So ideally, whatever program you choose should be both generalizable and work for a whole big variety of people, but also customizable so that you can make it yours individually and uniquely. I want to also tell you about one of my students, Lauren, who's a veterinarian who wanted to become an animal communicator. And her big dream is to bring animal communication into the field of veterinary medicine. And she is almost done with the Animal Communicator Academy. She's got just a few more case studies to submit before she graduates. And she says, "Your system works. Cara, you believed in me and my success from day one. You saw me from the beginning and allowed me to step into becoming the animal communicator you already knew was inside of you. Thank you." So Lauren is also one of the mentors in the Animal Communicator Academy, and now she offers animal communication as one of her professional services in her business. So she also, she went through that training as well. She was a scientist and a veterinarian, and she's still a working veterinarian. And this is complementing what she does, and her dream is coming true as well. And I offer these kind of case studies or, student success stories, however you want to think about it, just to illustrate that I'm not special. I'm not any different than you, right? Animal communication is available to all of us, no matter how old we are, no matter what we've gone through before, no matter what our career is. Anybody can do this. Human beings are hardwired for animal communication. So I hope that has helped you see yourself and your journey a little bit differently, maybe shifted your thinking around what's possible for you. Let's recap some of the big points here. Number one, animal communication is a skill. It can be learned. Number two, everyone, if you're a human being on this planet, you are hardwired to be able to use your intuition to communicate with animals. Number three, your dream is your roadmap for becoming an animal communicator. It is guiding you, and you, number four, have everything you need inside of you to succeed. It's really okay to be a beginner again, even though you're an adult, in order to make your dreams come true. So I want to wrap this conversation up with one of my favorite quotes. And I'm not good at German pronunciation, so it's Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, I believe is how you pronounce that. I don't know. But it's a famous quote. You'll probably recognize it. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And that's what I want to leave you with. So that is what's possible. Take your next step. What's one step you can take today on your path forward to become an animal communicator? I don't know what that is. You have to know what that is. You have to discover what that is for you. If you would like to take your next step with me, I am offering a free live masterclass this month, and it's called the Fast Track from Aspiring to Successful Animal Communicator Masterclass. It's going to be taking place live March 19th, 2025. And in this workshop, I am going to share the biggest animal communication myth that's holding most people back, the number one practice of all successful animal communicators. I kid you not. This is so, so key. The critical part of animal communication practice that you're probably overlooking, but when you include this, it will give you predictable, stress-free progress. I'm going to help you identify how you can skyrocket your animal communication progress with just one little decision, one thing. It's just going to change everything. I love it. And overall, how to fast track your animal communication journey for success. We're going to create a roadmap for you to follow. And you're going to walk away from this masterclass feeling inspired and empowered with this clear roadmap for becoming a successful animal communicator. So the link to register is in the description on YouTube, and it's in the show notes on the Spotify podcast. So I hope you will join me live and explore what is possible for you. And even if you don't know if you want to work with me, this masterclass is going to give you a ton of information to help you shift things in your world in whatever way it is going to benefit you. So I really encourage you to come and join me for this. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like it and subscribe, share it with your friends, hit the bell so you get notified of my new videos. And if there's a topic around learning animal communication that you would like me to address, please let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to create another video/podcast answering your question. And if you're interested in learning more about working with me in the Animal Communicator Academy, come on over to my website, caragubbins.com, and /ACA to go straight to the Animal Communicator Academy page. So the world needs you, the world needs animal communicators, and I am so glad that you are on this path, and I hope to join you on your journey. Have a beautiful day.